Very good evening, everybody, and welcome to another live stream by the Option School. This is your friend Pradeep Singla. So, today we will be discussing some finer aspects about calendar spreads, which may not be easily known by normal traders. But here we said, okay, a lot of things are floating around calendar spreads. So, what are the one or two finer aspects which are lesser known? Let us see that also. राइट सो कैलेंडर स्प्रेड्स के कुछ ऐसे एस्पेक्ट्स जो शायद बहुत सारे ट्रेडर्स को नहीं पता होंगे आई विल ट्राई इनिशियली आई डिसाइडेड दैट ओके आई विल बी डूइंग दिस वीडियो इन हिंदी ओनली बट अगेन लेट्स स्टार्ट विद वॉट एवर लैंग्वेज वी आर कंफर्टेबल राइट कुछ ऐसी चीज़ें जो शायद सब लोगों को नहीं पता होंगी वैसी कुछ अच्छी चीज़ें मैं बताने की कोशिश करूंगा सो ऑल ऑफ अस नो दैट ओके इन कैलेंडर स्प्रेड्स it is taken as a strategy whenever the VIX is low. Whenever the volatility or implied volatility is low, it always makes sense to make calendar spreads because calendar spreads are positive Vega strategies. So this is known to almost all experienced traders. Yes or no? Please write in the chat window if you know this. That okay, whenever the volatility is low, we should create calendar spreads. Secondly, whenever we feel that okay market will move from low VIX to high VIX, then also calendar spread are useful strategies again because of same reason that it is a Vega positive strategy. अगर volatility या implied volatility बढ़ती है overall तो calendar spread को फायदा होता है क्योंकि पॉजिटिव वेगा है पॉजिटिव वेगा का मीनिंग सीधा सीधा ये है कि इम्प्लॉयड वॉलिटिलिटी बढ़ने से टोटल ट्रेड को बेनिफिट होता है right so whenever markets move from low VIX to high VIX then also it's good whenever it's a low VIX environment then it is assumed that okay it will be uh, after low VIX since VIX is again mean reversion so it will move from low VIX to high VIX so जब भी low VIX होता है वहां से high VIX जाने का chances ज्यादा होता है तो generally when VIX is 11 12 10 uh, other selling strategies like iron condor iron fly may not be that useful calendar spread is slightly better because उसमें VIX का benefit होता है but this is the normal knowledge everybody knows this right now let us discuss about something what if we create calendar spreads in high VIX environment if the VIX is high then what तो shall we not do calendar spreads or shall we do calendar spreads क्या VIX जब थोड़ा सा ज्यादा होता है let us say 18 है 19 है तो calendar spreads करना गलत है या नहीं है तो most of you can write it in the chat window also what do you think when VIX is high shall we be doing calendar spreads or not most of time the understanding is that okay when VIX is high we should not do calendar spread because obviously there is a Vega risk so I will give you two examples from historical trades wherein we can see that okay what will happen if in case the VIX is high and we are creating a calendar spread and what will happen in case the VIX is low and we are creating a calendar spread that will clarify two very fine aspects of calendar spreads which are generally ignored right do subscribe and like in case you are already not subscribed to the channel if you have already subscribed please click on the like button now this is the first example if you see the whole year in January the VIX was almost lowest you can say so in that case what we have done market was at around 17,500 we have created a calendar spread of January and February of 17,600 now in this case what we will see we can identify few things which are saying this calendar spread is safe so basically for any options trade the range within which it will be safe is very important because markets can move swiftly here and there so if we have a wider range the trade becomes more safe so in this case the range we are getting is around you can say around 800 points 17,247 to 18,079 market is 17,500 so maybe 200 300 points below this and another 500 points above this calendar spread looks to be safe and if you see the risk reward also maximum profit is around 8,000 maximum possible loss is 8535 obviously maximum possible loss will not be this much because again even if market goes to let's say 16,000 your February call will not become zero generally the software assume that okay on the nearest expiry in this case what is the nearest expiry? Out of Feb and January, Jan is the nearest expiry. So the software assumes that on 27 January, everything becomes zero. That is why it always throws a higher loss, which will never be the case, right? So that is the biggest advantage in calendar spread. So this we must know that okay, this payoff diagram may not be giving a true picture as far as maximum loss is concerned. इतना maximum loss, इतना loss कभी नहीं होगा unless and until market इतना नीचे गिर जाए कि 24 फेब का 17,600 का कॉल भी जीरो हो जाए। वो तब तक नहीं जीरो होगा अगर मार्केट बिल्कुल ही 13,000 12,000 ना चला जाए। अगर मार्केट 16,000 वगैरह भी जाता है, इट विल स्टिल रिटेन सम वैल्यू, इवन इफ इट रिटेन्स लेट अस से 100 रुपीज, तो दिस लॉस विल बी रिड्यूस्ड बाय 100 into 50, 5,000 rupees. So 8535 minus 5,000, maximum loss actual will be 3,500 rupees, right? Hope all of you understand this. Please write yes or no if you understand this. So maximum loss in calendar spread, whatever is given by this payoff diagram is not right. Maximum loss will always be lesser than what this payoff diagram is showing, right? This is first. Now in this calendar spread, if we see what is the volatility, so the IVs are pretty low, 14 to 15, right? For selling it is 14.52, for buying it is 15, which are very similar. दोनों almost similar सी IVs हैं, right? So in this case, the range we are getting is around 800 points, and IVs are very similar. And this is the risk, 847. Generally, this is the risk we say that okay, Vega risk is there. अगर employed volatility यहाँ से और नीचे जाती है, per point fall in employed volatility, we can lose 847 rupees, right? This is the risk. And this is the trade which we are creating when market is having a lower IV. Then also this Vega risk is there, right? Now, to understand the final aspects, what I was saying, already what I have shown you is that, okay, there is a lesser risk. Actual risk is much lesser than what is shown by the payoff diagram. Now, another thing is this Vega. So general understanding that okay, in case IV is low, there is low Vega risk, but Vega risk is still there. But chances are that okay, अगर already IV 14 या 13 चली गई है, उससे ज़्यादा नीचे नहीं जाएगी, तो we will not have this risk, right? Now let us consider another scenario where the volatility is higher. In that case, what will happen to a calendar spread? I have taken another example here. This example I have taken on for a calendar spread of Feb and March, because employed volatility for first Feb was very high because of the event which is budget, right? Now in this case, the market is almost at a similar level. Luckily market is at a similar level, so we got a good candidate for comparison to our previous calendar. So market is 70,517. I again created a monthly calendar of 17,600, जो कि पिछले एग्जाम्पल में भी बनाया था. In this case, you see the difference. My trading range is, in earlier example, what was the trading range? In the first example, what was the trading range? Can somebody share with me on the chat window? The trading range was around 750 points, right? In this case, the trading range is more than 2250 points. 1300 points. Earlier it was 750 points, it is now almost 1300 points, or you can say 1250 points. So the trading range has increased drastically. The range within which the trade will be profitable, that has increased drastically. A second, my max loss, which is again not the real loss, is lower than my max profit. So my risk reward has also improved. Yes or no? My risk reward in earlier case, my reward was lower than risk. It was less than 1:1 kind of a trade. In this case, it is more than 1:1 kind of a trade, where my max profit is better than my max loss. Now comes the real thing that okay, what about Vega, right? So hold on to your seats, and I will show you what will be the Vega effect. See. Still Vega effect is there, 514. In earlier case it was 800 plus. Now in this case the IVs are higher. Obviously 19 and 20 are higher IVs compared to what we have seen in the previous example. I was trying to find a trade wherein we can have a much higher IV, but because of paucity of time I couldn't get that. But again, this can be treated as a higher IV. 19.5 and 18.2 compared to what we have seen earlier. Now, in this case, what is happening is, yes, there is a Vega risk, but the range for which the trade is safe is much higher. And in options trading, especially in strategies, what you are looking for is that, okay, in case market moves here and there very fast, I am not getting any shockers, and I get some space and time to adjust my trades, right? जब भी हम कोई ऐसे ट्रेड करना चाहते हैं, हम हमेशा ये चाहते हैं कि हमें एडजस्टमेंट का अपॉर्चुनिटी मिले. अगर मेरा रेंज ऑफ ट्रेड, प्रॉफिटेबल रेंज ऑफ ट्रेड इज ओनली, लेट अस से 200 300 पॉइंट्स, just within 15 minutes market can move here and there and I have to adjust. But in case it is 700 points, it gives me some time. But in case it is 1200 1300 points, it gives me hell lot of a time to adjust my trade. So when you are creating calendar spreads in a higher VIX environment, you are getting a much wider range, which is a good thing. You always get a lot of time to adjust. You are getting very high premiums also. Your theta is comparable, right? And your Vega, if you see in absolute terms, the amount of Vega is less, but yes, obviously we will think that, okay, from 19 IVs will definitely go, can definitely go down to 16 17. But in case IVs remain here only, अगर 19 आईवी पे मैंने बनाया था और मार्केट का आईवी 18 19 ही रह गया बाय द टाइम आई एम क्लोजिंग द ट्रेड, then this Vega need not scare me at all. Mostly people are getting scared out of calendar spreads when the VIX is high कि यार वेगा के कारण मेरा लॉस हो जाएगा. वेगा के कारण लॉस तभी होगा और उतना ही होगा अगर ट्रेड बनाते वक्त और ट्रेड प्रॉफिट बुक करते क्लोज करते वक्त अगर एम्प्लॉयड वॉलिटी बहुत ज्यादा नीचे चली गई है. लेकिन अगर बहुत ज्यादा नीचे नहीं गई है, वहीं पर है, तो वेगा विल बी टोटली इनइफेक्टिव, राइट? इफ and IVs are like, VIX is like, it will remain in a higher range for next 4 5 months. It can remain in a lower range for next 5 6 months, right? It doesn't change at a drop of a hat. ऐसा नहीं है कि आज VIX कुछ हो गया, कल VIX बहुत ज्यादा 25 30% नीचे चला गया. So VIX changes also take time, unless until there is an event. Because of event, VIX will go up, and after the event, VIX can go down. That is a different thing, right? But otherwise, in normal scenarios, even if there is a higher VIX, in September also VIX were higher. We created a lot of calendar spread, and still in a higher VIX environment, you got a better trade. In fact, for option seller, when you are creating a trade, if VIX is high, it always makes lot of sense. And these kind of calendar spreads are also, in a way, you are an option seller. Now, another advantage. So two things we have already seen, that okay, in high VIX environment, you get a wider range, you get more space and time to adjust your trades. Absolute value of Vega gets slightly reduced, right? And secondly, whenever the VIX is high, what will happen? You will be able to sell a position at a higher IV compared to the IV of a option which you are buying. If you are able to do this, you are already getting one intrinsic advantage in your trade. ऑलरेडी टेबल पर ही आपके ट्रेड में एक डिस्टिंक्ट एडवांटेज आपको मिल गया कि जो आपने बेचा हुआ ऑप्शन है उसकी आईवी ज्यादा है और जो आपने खरीदा हुआ ऑप्शन है उसकी आईवी कम है. तो ऑटोमेटिकली ट्रेड स्टार्टिंग से ही एक एडवांटेज पोजीशन पे है. कम दिस विल ओनली हैपन. ये कब होगा? ये तभी होगा जब विक्स हायर होगा. लोअर विक्स में ऑब्वियसली आपकी सेलिंग वाली आईवी कम होगी. इफ आई शो यू द प्रीवियस, सी है, when VIX was low, your selling IV was 14.52, your buying IV was 15.13. So आप महंगा खरीद रहे हैं, आप सस्ता बेच रहे हैं. लो विक्स एनवायरनमेंट में हमेशा ऐसा होगा कि यू विल सेल चीपर एंड यू विल बाय कॉस्टलियर. बट हाई विक्स एनवायरनमेंट में हमेशा ऐसा होगा कि यू विल सेल costlier and you will buy cheaper. How many of you have understood this? Write yes in the chat window. Write yes in the chat window that yes, this is important. In stock market, it is always important that you sell at a higher cost and you buy at a lower cost. Yes or no? Right? So two distinct advantages you get whenever the VIX is high. You get a very wide range, you get a lot of space and time. And secondly, when you are selling at a higher VIX, you are buying at a lower IV, you are already getting a advantage in the trade, which will always work for you, right? So the because of these two reasons, it makes absolute sense. Even in high VIX environment, you can trade calendar spreads. So calendar spreads have become such a trade that okay, limited risk, very good range, and there is always, it will always give you an opportunity to adjust and always give you an opportunity to book some profits also, and profitability is also good. So these are one of the favorite trades, I will say. If you understand the adjustment process well in calendar spreads, definitely even in high VIX environment, we can do this, right? So the question is, calendars should be entered in falling markets? Not at all. I'm not saying this. So this is another aspect you need to understand. If this calendar spread we have done, now all of you tell me, is this a bearish calendar spread or a bullish calendar spread? In this case, the example shown on the screen, this is not a bearish calendar spread. This is a bullish calendar spread, because if you see delta, if you understand delta, it says 0.85. Positive delta means you are looking for a bullish trade. You're not looking for a bearish trade. I'm not saying that okay, calendars should be created in falling markets or rising markets. Calendars can be created in falling markets also. They can be created in neutral markets also. They can be created in rising markets also. These are purely theta trades with neutral delta, right? Only thing is we need to understand when to do an adjustment, how to do an adjustment, when to exit the trade, right? What Mr. Ravi is saying, wider range extreme, should we not think of any adjustments till one of the break even is reached? Is it true? Definitely. Since in this case also, you have a break even point from 17,068 to 18,334. So I will not think of adjustment unless and until market goes to around 17,150. And another final aspect is that okay, this break even point also keeps on changing with the changing parameters of the trade. ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट्स थोड़ा थोड़ा चेंज होते रहते हैं, तो मे बी 3 days डाउन द लाइन व्हेन यू हैव सम प्रॉफिट, this break even point may become 17,150 to 18,200, right? So if here my break even point is 70,068, I will think of an adjustment only when market either touches 17,200 or maybe around 18,200. उससे पहले ओवर एडजस्टमेंट करने का कोई फायदा नहीं है. यू नेवर नो, मार्केट कैन टच 17,200 एंड देन फ्रॉम देयर इट कैन अगेन शिफ्ट टू 17,500. देन मेरे को एडजस्टमेंट करने का कोई फायदा ही नहीं था, कोई जरूरत ही नहीं था, राइट? Better to sell and buy P. It's okay. Like you see, whether put calendar is better or call calendar is better, it's a ongoing fight, but both are similar. I have tested not less than 500 put calendars and call calendars. The results are always very similar. So no issue. But yes, when you are bullish, you can sell some call calendars which are out of the money. When you are bearish, you can sell some put calendars which are out of the money, right? If things go wrong due to delta, how do we adjust? That is the adjustment process which you need to understand, which may not be explainable in this small video, right? So another video which you can see from our channel, how you can create wealth through passive trading, because these markets which move gap up gap down by 300 400 points, not easy to do very active trading, and it's very difficult to take overnight positions. But yes, through passive trading also you can generate lot of wealth. So you can see this video. I will give a link of this video in the description also. For more on calendar spreads, you can check our calendar spread content on our app, which is the option school app. On TOS app, there is one calendar spread strategy. In that, there is some paid content, plus there is some free content also. There is a big webinar which we have done. In that, lot of aspects of calendar spread. What is a bullish calendar spread? What is a bearish calendar spread? Call calendar spread, put calendar spread. We have shown those examples. So you can download the app and you can view that free content on calendar spread that will add on to the clarity, right? So thanks to all of you for joining. We have now planned that okay, we'll be coming pretty regularly compared to what we have been doing so far. So thanks to all of you for joining. If you have any questions, you can ask your questions, and otherwise we'll see you in the next video. What do you prefer, wide strangle or calendar spread? Any day a calendar spread, right? Widest of, if you create a very wide strangle, you will not get anything. right? And calendar spread in these kind of market is at least a safe strategy. I know my risk is limited, it is fixed, it is defined. In Strangle, my risk is not limited. So if you're intraday trader, yes, you can go for white strangles. But if you are a positional trader, white strangles are not something which you should keep overnight nowadays. So calendars are any day better than, even if there is a lower circuit, upper circuit, anytime. I think calendar will be, you will be placed much better if you have a calendar spread compared to a white strangle. Right? Hopefully, I've answered all your questions. Thanks for joining and see you in the next video. Thank you.